pan down through here quickly, and hopefully you can see that these are some of the textiles that were found in this ruin. They're about 500 years plus or minus, but it's interesting to realize that those technologies existed, because textiles are rarely ever found. Interesting, I haven't seen this before, or at least no one's explained it like Angel has. But these pins, which are made of llama bones, were actually used to take apart the corn husk off of the harvested corn when it had dried to the point where the leaves become very difficult to open. You slice it open twice with that, then that opens up and you can break the corn cob off itself.
So, like the people use, like before, like we still have, like
little discs that are made of ceramic with a hole in were used when ladies were making thread to provide some weight on that thread. Carvings that they did, unlike so many other cultures where they would make mystical carvings, here the carvings of faces really were the artist's reflection of an actual human face.
Like a little bit each before and now. So this is like a potatoes. Potatoes is just the people they harvest, and after we have the potatoes. So the people they just wash the potatoes, and after they just cook with water. They don't put
anything. It's illustrating the differences in food. In the early days they simply boiled this or baked it even in a fire, but this is now how they mix it with others when they cook it. And one of my favorites is the slow crawl, and similar with maize.
And this is like the motepillo we call. So that's the difference, like how the people they harvest corn and motepillo.
So those little discs that we were looking at are ceramic, are used either here or here, and they create I suspect a weight or a tension that she needs to make this thread. I'm on the mandatory tour now, which actually is very good. He speaks good English, and I'm learning a lot of new things that relate, of course, to what I've learned in other places, principally Peru. What is this plant?
This is the angel trumpet that we call.
Angel trumpet, okay.
And this is medicine, drugs, and poisonous.
Ah, the drug and poisonous in the fruit, okay.
Like a small, like a hill, like the people use like for peel the grains. And inside the Pila Loma we have the 5 round rooms.
He's right here.
They call silos. People use like for save the grains over there. There was like a storage over there.
How tall were they?
Like it's not too like a higher, like a my size.
Okay.
And like the walls is about like a 2-3 meters higher.
Okay.
And in the walls was with roofs like this, similar.
Ah, see.
And this place was destroyed like for 3 times.
Destroyed?
Yes. First one, when Atahualpa and Huáscar. That was the 2 brothers.
Oh, yeah.
And Atahualpa, that was the king from part north, Huáscar from part south. And just one brother, he wanted to take the whole Inca Empire.
Oh, so
That's why these 2 brothers, they fight many times. And after Atahualpa killed his brother, maybe this place was destroyed already. After, in the same time almost, Spanish peoples came over.
Yeah.
And this place was destroyed for the local people.
What he was pointing out was that after the 2 brothers fought and one lost, and then the Spanish showed up, and then it was abandoned, and the local people harvested the stones and probably the wood for many of the homes that are probably about here. May also be grain there. Was this just a room?
Archaeologists building this house with adobe.
I
But
see.
Cañaris and Incas, they don't use adobe.
Granary would have made out of river stone, whereas the Inca used the volcanic stone. But this is a typical Inca design of a doorway.
Yes, eggplant.
Ah,
Over the 4 or 5 years, people they use many things, and we have some people.
the agave, we oftentimes see that tall stalk that goes up. They would cut that stalk when it got about maybe that big, and then that's what they used as the wood in these homes. That's
And after they make the big ropes for turning it up the roofs, make the big bags for save everything over there. And in the bottom, like the people they make the hole like this, and in the top they cover very nice, and they leave alone for 2 days. When you come back in 2 days, the hole is filled up with juice.
Ah,
Looks like a pineapple juice. People make it like a for drink, some others make some soup, and some others they make some syrup.
huh,
Doctors, the people they say like this is good for your bones,
yeah.
like a calcium. And one of the stock like we have in the top we have the big
Anka.
and like the
Tombstone.
like the signs for the tombs by connected with these 2 holes, and maybe like the holes that people use like for keep the water over there for wash feet, hands, take a shower before to make the ceremonies in the temples.
The aqueduct is that little groove in that
Yes,
one room?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And we have the long one over there. I'll show you later.
Okay.
And the terraces over there, Cañaris and Incas, people use like for keep the special and medicine plants over there.
On the sides, you can see that there's some areas flattened out here. And given where they build even today, you can imagine that all of this was built out, and probably something was built out along here. And it's down here, actually facing the Inca, where their ritual baths were for the Canary here. They're agave ropes.
Cancha, that was the Quechua word like we still use, like the big field for play like any sport we call cancha.
Oh, okay.
And like the Gran Cancha after the 1500 Cañaris and Incas, people they work together right here.
Oh, okay.
Make like a ceramic pots, textiles.
Canary up there, eh? What is that? Is it similar to the moon?
Yes.
Okay.
Similar to the moon.
Is used square or rectangular instead of the curved.
Recollect the water rain.
Ah, yes.
And there was like the Inca Trail.
Yeah. If you go through here, you'll see river rock for the Canary, but also you can see some volcanic rock. But also the Inca might build on top of the river rock base of the Canary. But over to our left now where we're going, everything is Inca volcanic rock.
And inside, in the biggest stone, we have 28 holes. And each one represent like the 28 days of the month. That was the moon calendar. Canaries, the people they fill it up with the water like this. And the nights with the reflection with the stars and the moon. People they looking for one exactly day for when we have to plant and when you have to harvest. And we have some people over the 80s, 90s, like the people just looking for the moon, and the people they know already when you have to harvest, plant, everything. And these ones, they call tacitas. Tacitas, the people use, Cañaris, the people use for mixed paint. 30 colors the people they found, like a red, white, and black color.
So that's these here, but now that looks more like this one.
Yes, and like the people maybe use like a for keep like the 3 colors. The people they make it ready. Yes.
Okay.
And everything like the people they take these stones for building houses, churches, schools, and that's why in the center and some ones we have the little holes. And like the people use for putting the bases, and after in the top, the big stocks.
Yeah.
More stronger constructions, anti-seismic.
Who put the holes there? The Inca? Local people.
8, 9 years, 10 years sometimes. And the people, they put a new material in the top for protect the walls.
Right.
So this is the new one.
See.
In the 2015, the archaeologists they put it over. And so what happened? This material, we have a little bit like a paint. So, let me see here.
I'll see.
And
Original wall here.
this is like a 2%, like the rebuild, because some stones they fall down, and after archaeologists, the people they put back together. 800 pounds each one.
Yeah. Huh. Wonder why a square.